I've been seeing this kind of pattern repeating itself with women not daring to go into their full expression and their full divine blueprint, and really feeling held back by that. And I know a lot of the ladies here do have that as a story. Could you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah. There's a deeply conditioned fear that I've felt in myself, and I've had to transcend and transmute and step through at different levels of initiation. And the fear of our own power, beauty, and full embodiment is strong, and it's not our fault. It's ancestral, it's collective, it's deeply imprinted into our psyches. And when I sit in temples with women, I am hearing story after story of when we vowed to forget our power and our magic and our voices. And there is remembrance returning of how magical we are, how powerful we are, our gifts, the remembrance of our, in yogic terms, siddhis, like these superpowers, when we're in like full heart presence as the feminine. There's so much power in that. And we've been living in a culture that has suppressed the feminine so completely. I mean, I can talk for hours on this one subject alone, Channele. It's such a deep piece of the revelation right now to lift the veils on the level of imprinting and conditioning around fearing our, not only our magic and our beauty and our power, but our sexuality and our creativity and our direct connection to source, the elements, the earth. And in the feminine, we are not falling for this illusion of a separate divine, that the divine is something up there, out there, that's judging us, that maybe if we're good enough, then we'll get to some other realm later after this embodied life. In the divine feminine, we are recognizing that all of creation is divine, that we are divine, and that separation is an illusion and in a way, a spell that's been put on humanity or the collective for thousands of years to keep us in this really low frequency, dense, suboptimal operating system that no longer serves us. So the work that we are doing is literally like shifting the fabric of the matrix as we love ourselves and recognize that we are not our fear, and that those strong emotions and fears that are embedded in our kind of collective root system, it's time to bring the light of our higher self, our more kind of archetypal goddess essence down into the body and into that root and down into this realm to actually be the embodiment of the living goddess here. Not one of us, all of us awakening to that reality. And some of the spells that are put on the feminine is the spell of scarcity and the illusion of separation. These are the two big ones that ripple into the ways that we operate with each other through competition and comparison, where we don't feel enough and we judge and shame ourselves, and we stay in that dense frequency, that toxic frequency, instead of rising into the recognition of our own unique beauty, our own unique power, and the gifts we're here to share. And as we step deeper and deeper on a path of healing, integration, and alchemy, we start to recognize, oh my goddess, there's not only enough, there is plenty. And there's this love energy that is blessing us back every time we give generously, every time we recognize another sister in her beauty, in her gifts, every time we uplift and empower another sister, we are receiving back. There's no lack at all. So one of the biggest spells that's kept the feminine separate is competition and not enoughness. And you know it from when we were little girls, and the meanness and the ways that we're entrained to believe there's not enough love, there's not enough boys, there's not enough attention, whatever that spell is, when we recognize, oh my God, there's more than enough and we are powerful together, then there's no stopping this wave of change on the planet, because all the systems that we're dealing with are based on that illusion of scarcity and separation.